So, you have an IDC Series Oil-Water Separator with a lot of life left on it, but you'd like to take advantage of the ease of use and expanded functionality of our CRP Series manifold. Can this be done? Possibly. You would need a late model IDC manufactured in 2023 with a 1/4-inch poly tube exiting the outlet hub. This tube is needed for the manifold's timer drain. If your IDC is not equipped with this 1/4-inch poly tube, I'm afraid your unit cannot be retrofitted. If your IDC's outlet hub has the 1/4-inch poly tube, your unit can be retrofitted. Let me show you how. Order an IDC to CRP manifold and conversion kit from Clean Resources by calling your sales rep, or 800-566-0402. The manifold will come fully assembled inside its box. Also in the box will be the manifold strap, a rubber gasket, and a plastic cap. Once you have the conversion kit, disconnect the condensate lines from the IDC inlet hub. Save the push-to-connect fittings as you will need them later. Unscrew and remove the inlet hub from the IDC drum. Insert the side of the rubber gasket with the thinner shoulder into the opening until it is firmly in place and the thicker shoulder is seated flush on top. The gasket should be tight, and it may take a little effort to seat it properly. Do not cut off the bottom shoulder to make insertion easier. Doing so will destroy the seal and void the unit's warranty. Remove the demister from the vent on the top of the IDC drum and replace it with the solid plastic cover. Now it's time to attach the manifold. Attach the manifold to the top of the unit by inserting the tapered descending port into the small opening where the IDC inlet hub used to be. Align the manifold so the timer drain faces the outlet. Slide the manifold attachment strap below the drum handle. Wrap it around the manifold between the exhaust filters and tighten it securely. The strap guarantees the manifold remains secure even when the unit experiences jostling or high inlet pressure situations. Now you must power up the timer drain and connect the inlet lines to the manifold. Insert the 1/4-inch poly tube from the outlet hub to the push-to-connect fitting on the right side of the timer drain. Connect a 1/4-inch poly tube from any clean shop air source to the push-to-connect fitting on the left side of the timer drain. Plug in the timer drain to a 110-volt outlet. Press the test button on the timer drain. You should hear a low gurgling sound as the timer drain sends a burst of air into the drum. If you don't hear the bubbles, check that your power source and air source are turned on and that your poly tubes are connected to the correct in and out fittings on the timer drain. Remove one red plug for each inlet line you disconnected from the IDC inlet hub. Replace those plugs with the saved push-to-connect fittings. Give a clean cut to each poly tube and reinsert those tubes into the push-to-connect fittings. That's it! Your IDC unit is now fully retrofitted. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at cleanresources.com or call us at 800-566-0402.